Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing today? This is yours truly, Taylor Jones, and I welcome you back to my YouTube channel, TC Jones Edits. And in other words, this is a brand new episode of Cold Man's Winter, and this is episode 13. But for those that didn't watch my recent video, don't worry, the link will be in the description bar down below. But unfortunately, for those that were wondering about episode 11, Cold Man's Winter, my reflections, well, consider this as a take two. But unfortunately, it's still going. Yeah, I might as well rename name this episode to episode 11, as in take two, because when I talked about my reflections from the second season that I made, it was based on the fact that I took some things too seriously, that even some some people were, well, family was worried about me. So since this is take two, I'm gonna talk about the reflections, but try to keep it positive. Now, for those that didn't know about what I've been talking about throughout the second season, it's been starting out because ever since the first episode I made on Christmas, last Christmas, I gave you my heart, and the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I give it to someone special in memory of George Michael. But I really did make my first episode of Cold Man's Winter season 2 last Christmas, which was around 3 months ago. And today is March 19th, TGIF, but unfortunately the last day of winter, period. And whenever spring arrives, you know what that means. I have to come up with a season finale. But I always make reflections. So when I thought about this season, I thought about what I was going to talk about and how I always give some good advice. And of course, my dad told me that I probably have to work on my repetition. So shout out to James Jones Jr., my father, who is one of my subscribers. So it really meant so much that you have family supporting you, even though they're giving you some good advice, some knowledge, and try to help you overcome, like, get more views. All you have to do is take it slow. So I really thought about the sweet ladies. I thought about the topics that I came up with, and for those topics, I'm just gonna probably read them. Yeah, I'm reading them from my YouTube channel, the page, because it's better off to read them out loud and just remember what you were talking about. I went from depression, followed by reflections of the year 2020, when 2020 was coming to an end. And that day I did not expect that MF Doom, his death was announced. But what made matters weird is that he died on Halloween. That's just weird. You didn't tell everybody that MF Doom died on Halloween, and you decided to bring it up 2 months later at the end of the year. Oh, now that's weird. So depression on Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, I made reflections of 2020, what to expect for 2021, like what you're gonna do, like how you're gonna handle things, and how to balance your attitudes. Like, if you're mad, you need to let it go. You need to let it go. You got to let the joy come through. Followed by gangs. I mean, you don't have to be a cuz or blood. You don't have to be a gangster disciple. You don't have to wear a bandana or throw gang signs. You don't have to be loyal to negative negative group of people. You gotta know when to let the bad times and bad decisions get away. Followed by regrets. You can't live with regrets forever. But that was episode 5. Episode 6, when it comes to being pressured, oh man, you do not like to be in this position. Followed by bodies, how we taking good care of them, and also it was like my intake on why it's best to just think about your body, who you trying to impress. Are you trying to impress the world, or are you trying to impress God, based on tattoos and body piercings? And no matter what, I'm gonna keep my body pure. So no piercing, no tattoos, just a clean Christian body. The only thing that matters is based on what you do with it. So, and followed by episode 8 of being lovesick, because I'm still single, but I gave some good advice on when it comes to falling in love with somebody and trying to find love. And that was after, well, this is actually from my it was between Valentine's Day or President's Day and episode 9, BHM, Black History Month. And because it was February and I felt like it's best to let the whole world know. But even though this year, this Black History Month this year was completely different because of you know what. And episode 10, I discussed about Tom. I mean, time is too short. You can't waste it over bad things. You never know when you're going to see tomorrow. You never know. So, and then all of a sudden, episode 11, my first take of reflections before I decided to put it private, because sometimes videos, as you can tell, people start to think that you went too far and you got to like not release it. In other words, like, you don't, some people just don't want you to expose others as if you have beef, like you mad at them all because of some random things. Even when you feel like you're you won't be free like a bird, you just want to spread your wings and fly away from all the shenanigans and the pressure when it comes to family. But it doesn't work that way. You got to still hold on. I mean, you're old enough, but you got to know when to speak out more. So that's why I feel like it was best to put my original episode 11 um, link. I mean, my video. I said it private because I felt like whatever I did was controversial, and I do apologize. And to some people that I offended, and the people that watch, they really want to let me want me to understand that you don't have to be too angry, but sometimes you gotta be aware of your surroundings. You can't be afraid to tell somebody. But if you're gonna blast somebody, now that's a bad look. So that's why I'm recreating reflections from season 2, take 2, like I always got called. Even though I said it multiple times. Look, that's the point of what my dad was saying. I got to learn how to overcome the repetitiveness. But this is my YouTube video, and I'm trying to settle the score. And if that's going to be the case, if this was the better version of episode 11, then I might as well give up the the first take, like delete it forever. Because whenever you do like a take two on a different day, you're still gonna put everything in order. Put everything in order. So that's what I'm gonna do. And my recent one that I did, it was abandonment. When you feel like you abandon others or you're abandoned yourself, and I've still got to work on that because almost everything, every topic I talk about, I have to put myself in these positions because I am not trying my best and I got to overcome that. But everything's going good for right now because I'm still trying to stay safe. I'm still trying to hold on, stay out of harm's way. As long as we put God first, Matthew 6:33, and also to be aware of what we're going to face because some of us, we're already happy, joyful because we got our stimulus, 1400. Others are ready to get their tax money from doing their taxes. So it's like we're getting ready to step the game up. As much as President Biden, who's stepping his game up and trying to cure the U.S. based on the words "help is on the way," and if we're lucky, if we live to see this moment, like July the 4th, we will probably be 75% back to normal. But according to Dr. Fauci, he still believes that everything will be back to normal by the end of the year, either November or December. But we'll be seeing normality. Schools will be back open, but some will probably still work on social distancing and all that. And masks still gonna be worn. And for the haters out there, and if you think that life is that the mask is boring, and you decide to just do what you want, well, I'm not gonna start no mess. I'm just gonna continue to think positive thoughts and also feel thankful that I made it this far. I made 11 episodes, and episode 11 was my season finale from season 1. But season 2, this season, I made 12 episodes. But there's still got to be a season finale coming up. I'm not going to forget my personalities. I'm not going to forget where I came from, and I'm not going to forget on what I do. But it's unfortunate that nobody can keep their words. Their words were never bond. You messed up your bonds, man. You know what? You're right. I did mess up my bonds. Deleted. It's a deleted scene from the Stoner Cold classic How High, starring Method Man and Redman. I was reciting, but I don't want to mess up my bonds. If you say word is bond, you gotta mean it. I mean, just stick to your word. Stay true to it. Stay bond to it. So yes, um, for for the future, like the next episode, be on the lookout for the season finale because I cannot believe this. We are already in month 3, and we just got past the St. Patrick's Day. And it's funny that time is flying so fast. Even though we're nearly 1/4 done with the year. But there's so many improvements left to go. Because 3/4 of the year, they're coming up. If the Lord allows us to see them come. I mean, so many people are already concerned of how bad the society is and how much of the fan base between the Patriots and the well, actually the Buccaneers now. Yeah, Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs. As much as we had the fan base between the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavs when LeBron was with the Cavs. And funny, he is now part owner of the Boston Red Sox. You are playing NBA in the West and you're an owner for an MLB, a baseball team in the East. From the north to the south, to the east to the west, front, back, side to side. You know, we spin like on a 360-degree angle. The world keeps spinning. The vinyls keep spinning, even if you scratch them. When you scratch them, it's like you're off balance. But when you let go of the vinyl, like stop scratching, the record still plays. But sometimes regular things, they have to be switched up, mixed up. And I'm just thankful that I made it this far. 12 episodes. Well, technically 13 in all, but like I said, the original episode 11 is private. Either that or I'm just going to take it down. But consider this as the retake. Take 2. Look, I've been saying the same things. Look, I can't help it. Like a drug addict. You find a bag of cocaine. You find a fresh joint, marijuana, weed. I'm gonna spark the Sinsemilla. No, I will not spark no Sinsemilla. I will not sniff cocaine. I will not even inject heroin in my body. But I know what I am saying on a daily basis. It's not easy to speak on some other terms because you're repeating the same thing. Just like all people on YouTube are repeating the same closures. Or matter of fact, the same slogans. Based on put the link will be in the description, followed by like, comment, share, and subscribe, and signing out. But every day, you gotta realize saying the same thing can be annoying, but that's how people remember you. Even on TV shows, even on rap albums, matter of fact, albums, songs, and it's more than just rap. I mean, when was the last time we ever heard a rap song where somebody mentions the current year? Well, I remember hearing Fat Joe's new single, which samples Never Too Much, Never Too Much, Never Too Much by Luther Vandross. And DJ Khaled, I think he was responsible for that. That was the only song that I recall that called out the new year, which is this year, 2021. But that was back when Tennessee was snowed out. We it's funny that we Tennesseans never saw snow. That's that stick like caused a lot of people not to come to work or come to school. I never thought that I still had to go to work on in a snowy day. Get carts outside on a cold, snowy day. Even when the snow started to melt, the weather is tough to handle. So, yeah, I'm just thankful. And also, I was thankful to recognize the sweet ladies from both season one and season two. From my sisters, Amanda and Lydia Jones, and Miss Paula Fuller, to Jeanette Burton, followed by Miss Ethel Brown, including my mother, Vicky Taylor Jones. I haven't forgot about her. Aisha Glenn, Morgan Rayner, DeQuasia Simpson, and I was about to say Natalie Newell, but I didn't. I didn't call her name, but shout out to her anyway. Former Milan high school buddies of mine, and one of them was an ex-friend because of how dishonest and annoyed I was trying to get somebody's attention, but I did it in the wrong way. And who else? Um, oh yeah, Nicole Simmons, Cheryl Nicole Simmons. Yeah, I remember her. Yeah, I did mention her in season one. So, followed by my cousins Olympia Pringle and Missy Stewart and Shayna Johnson. Yes, I never forgot about her. Olivia White. Yeah, I called out her name as a sweet lady. Quenisha Nini Patterson. I never forgot. Followed by Kathleen Strayhorn, including the Parchman sisters, June, a survivor of cancer, and her sister, Teresa. And that also includes Priscilla Heron and who else? Golly. Man. You know, oh yeah. I remember when I first did season two, there was one sweet lady that was in my heart. Even though she passed away, that was Laurel Fuller. How could I ever forget her? Man, just crazy. And also, I remember Sherelle Wade. Shout out to Sherelle Wade. I gave her the recognition as a sweet lady. So, man, naming everybody and giving them confidence to being a sweet lady is that's like the best thing. That's the best part of Cold Man's Winter, because As Coolio once said, I got to give credit where credit is due, and every credit that is credited is credit to you. I give praise for your ways and for all of my days. Apologies for the love to the sons I raised. My sister. For my sisters, Coolio, 1995, Tommy Boy. So, there are some sweet ladies that I probably don't remember, but I'm just thankful that they're on my YouTube page, because every episode of Cold Man's Winter, I never forgot. I never forgot about the situations that went down. I never forgot about the topics. And I never forgot about giving some good advice. So, and I never forgot about the people who like my content. Even though it's just 1 and 2 likes, but I still got plenty more to go. I mean, as long as I keep it real, like tell the truth, tell how I see things, that's what leads to my channel to grow. Because everybody needs to hear the truth every now and then and accept the truth. Because if nobody accepts me for who I am, then how are they going to get by through the day? That's what the point of coming up with Cold Man's Winter. Giving topics and telling you what to face and what not to do at the same time. It's like we're living in an unbalanced time. An unbalanced world full of hatred and love. But hatred is already full to the fact that love is already, wait a minute, because we got more people, more pebbles, more more pressure, because we're full of hate. What will it take? Where is the love? I might as well jump. But unfortunately, since it's too far off, I gotta find a way to get there. From the hatred to jump to love. And the more people that jump on the love side of the balance thing, the more we probably will balance, or maybe see more people jump off the hate wagon and jump on the love wagon, and the hate will be easily lifted up, because we're gonna fill this whole balance, this whole side with love. So, and speaking of love, I love to get on YouTube and get my point across. Let the whole world know what I'm up to. How I see things is different, but I can care less, because this is exactly why I want to be recognized. I had a vision that I could see myself with a plaque, because everything I'm doing it for a purpose. With God, there's always a purpose, and the purpose is to get through the day and stay out of harm's way and try to let people understand where you're coming from. Like, why are we here? That's why I'm reflecting on season 2. And with all that being said, I feel like when a season is over, a, 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 a quest has already been made. A journey has been brought to you in person. To the fact that you might have to start a brand new mission later on. I mean, you girls can have the hot girl summer all you want, but as a man, I'd rather have a cold man's winter. So that actually, the title came from the fact that if the girls had a hot girl summer, then it'd probably be a cold man's winter. Also based on the fact that the old school rap videos, almost all rap videos in the 90s, they all had to be filmed on a cold day. Everybody chilling outside, coats on, and just bumping some fly music, even when they doing the gangster stuff. But I'd rather just make a music video out in a cold day, wearing a coat, skull cap, gloves, and just having a good time, instead of just toting gats, puffing blunts, and drinking St. Ides. Because every example I give, the question is, what's the point? What are you trying to go? Where are you trying to go with this? The answers are based on what I say. But sometimes I gotta be careful what I say. Be careful where I'm gonna lead this to. Be careful on who I'm talking to. Because almost everybody you talk to, they probably gonna fool around and laugh at you, catfish you, and I don't want that to happen. So just like I'm reflecting the fact that I made a big mistake on episode 11, and that's why I decided to make take two, and I'm gonna get take two clear off my chest, because it's never too late to correct your wrongs. With all that being said, I just thank you all for spending your quality time, actually spending 3 months from Christmas to now, March 19th. And that's just the way it is. Season 2. And I'm about to wrap this up. Because when the warm weather comes, the cold man's winter is done. So, just know, guys, I just felt thankful for what I have done throughout this season. And since I reflected on the sweet ladies, this episode has been brought to you by a brand new sweet lady of the week. And yes, I got to mention Dawn Atkinson, but I mentioned her on this season, but I just forgot. Because like I said, it takes time. If I forgot a sweet lady, then my YouTube videos can explain for me. So yes, reflections of season 2, followed by the sweet ladies and why I have put my heart and soul to making a YouTube video on a daily basis. This take 2 episode of episode 11 of Cold Man's Winter has been brought to you by Sweet Lady of the Week. And this time, I wanted to give a real shout out. Now, as I recall, I did mention a couple sweet ladies that I went to Milan High School with, but this time it's best to give this special sweet lady of the week shout out to Akila Williamson. And to Akila, if you're watching, just know that we come from 2 different families, but whenever one family member of yours and one family member of mine go to school together, it's like we have been connected. And it's been like that. From my mom to Mr. Kevin, 87 and 90, to you and me, 11 and 12, to Amanda and Kareem, both 2017. That's just crazy. And we have been cool for 13 years now. 13 years, Akila. 13 years of friendship. From drawings to basketball to slow dancing to I get so weak at the 2009 homecoming dance. Back when homecoming dances were the thing in Milan High School, to taking pictures and the hugs we had, and giving, and for me giving you a Bible for Christmas, and that will be the only thing, because I already made me lost a friend for my stupid mistakes and stupid decisions, and I'm trying my best not to get on your bad side. And to always have the same smile, the same personality. When we see each other, it's like, man, 13 years, and we've been through a lot. We smiled together, we danced together. You played and I managed. And we were both Milan Bulldogs together. So, yes, Akila Williamson, this sweet lady of the week shout out goes to you. And to all that watch this episode, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And there will be more in stores. But until then, this is yours truly, Taylor Jones, signing out. Thank you for all the times that you spent with me through season 2. However, just be aware. All of y'all be aware. For the season finale will be on its way.